12 signs a nice person has bad intentions. It can be easy to get swept up in the charm of someone who seems genuinely kind. After all, who wouldn't want to be surrounded by warmth, generosity, and positivity? The problem is that some people are skilled at disguising their darker side beneath a friendly exterior. These individuals are especially concerning because they deliberately build trust, which makes it simpler for them to manipulate and take advantage of others. In this piece, we dive into the uncomfortable truth about people who appear nice on the surface but harbor selfish motives. From minor behavioral shifts to glaring warning signs, we're about to explore the clues you must pay attention to. Let's get into it and learn how to detect these questionable individuals so you can protect yourself from their subtle tricks. Number 1. Overdone flattery. While compliments are natural in any interaction, you should be cautious if they're laid on too heavily. Someone who overwhelms you with praise may not be sincere, but instead using it as a strategy to get closer to you quickly. This tactic lowers defenses and creates an illusion of closeness. Manipulators often rely on this method to gain influence. Be careful and allow time to truly understand someone before putting your trust in them. Number 2. Shifting behavior. If a person shows one side when they're alone with you and another side in front of others, it could mean their presentation isn't genuine. Although it's normal to adapt depending on the situation, drastic personality changes hint at dishonesty. It's best to pay close attention over time, as their true nature will eventually become clear through consistency or lack of it. Number 3. Too good promises. When someone makes bold commitments that seem unlikely or exaggerated, take caution. These unrealistic promises may be a calculated attempt to lure you in and steer your actions. It's tempting to get excited, but don't ignore your instincts. Always double-check facts and verify the truth behind any extraordinary claims before accepting them. It's better to be cautious than to regret later. Number 4. Generosity with conditions. Some people display great kindness, but expect hidden repayment in the future. They may offer help, favors, or gifts, but subtly keep track, planning to use their good deeds as leverage later. This is a manipulative form of generosity designed for control rather than care. Learn to separate genuine support from calculated acts meant to trap you. Number 5. No real empathy. If you notice someone appearing pleased when you're struggling, consider it a red flag. Genuine friends show compassion during tough times. Those with darker motives might quietly enjoy your pain. Their lack of empathy can drain your energy and spirit. Protect yourself by surrounding yourself with people who sincerely celebrate your growth and support you in hardship. Number 6. Habitual lying dishonesty can come in many forms: exaggerating, twisting facts, or simply leaving out truths. If someone repeatedly bends reality, it's a signal they're not as trustworthy as they appear. Small lies often snowball into bigger ones, and paying attention to these patterns helps you guard yourself against deceitful people. Number 7. Desire for control. Be wary of those who always want things their way. They might make decisions without asking, criticize excessively, and manipulate situations while still smiling to appear helpful. This behavior isn't care, it's control disguised as kindness. Don't let their charm hide their true intentions. Number 8. Competitive nature. A person who constantly tries to overshadow your successes or belittle your achievements may not have your best interests at heart. Whether they one-up you or dismiss what you've accomplished, their aim is to keep you feeling small. Recognize these tactics and protect your confidence. Number 9. Insults as jokes. When someone hides insults behind humor, it's still an insult. Remarks about your looks, your work, or your loved ones disguised as jokes often reveal a person's desire to cut you down subtly. Over time, these jokes can weaken your self-worth and push you to submit. Don't let hidden cruelty pass as humor. Number 10. Disregarding boundaries. Anyone who ignores your personal boundaries, no matter how charming they seem, is showing disrespect. Boundary violations can be attempts to pressure you into positions of weakness. Notice how they react when you say no if they persist. They likely have unhealthy motives. Number 11. Playing the victim. If someone consistently casts themselves as the one who's wronged, it may not be genuine. This tactic manipulates sympathy, pulling you into their drama so you'll act on their behalf. Be cautious when every story they tell portrays them as blameless. Step back and assess whether they're twisting the situation to their advantage. Number 12. Separating you from others. One of the strongest red flags is when someone tries to distance you from family, friends, or support systems. By isolating you, they can control your perspective and limit outside influence. This makes it easier for them to shape your reality. Remember, you deserve healthy, balanced connections and should never allow anyone to dictate who you keep in your life. Overall, it's clear that nice behavior isn't always a reflection of pure motives. While friendliness can be genuine, it can also be a mask for manipulation. Stay aware, trust your instincts, and pay attention to the patterns that reveal true character around you. It is often said that appearances can be deceiving, and when it comes to people who appear overly nice, that statement holds more truth than most realize. The image of kindness, generosity, and warmth is something we all naturally want to trust. After all, who wouldn't be drawn to someone who seems caring and considerate? But beneath that carefully crafted surface, some individuals are hiding motives that are far less genuine. They've learned how to wear kindness like a mask, how to present themselves as supportive and thoughtful, while secretly moving in ways that serve only their own interests. The reason this can be so dangerous is that their approach is subtle. They don't openly reveal their intentions. Instead, they use their so-called niceness as a tool of influence. They may overwhelm you with compliments, always eager to make you feel special. But in truth, those words are not about celebrating you, they're about lowering your defenses. They may go out of their way to help, offering favors and support. But you soon find that those good deeds come with silent expectations, with obligations that they intend to cash in later. What first looked like generosity slowly turns into control. Another tactic they use is inconsistency. Around others, they shine, playing the role of the caring, uplifting person. But when the spotlight fades, their behavior shifts. You may notice little contradictions in their words and actions. One moment they are your biggest supporter. The next, they are subtly dismissing your feelings, making you doubt yourself. This inconsistency is not accidental, it is part of the act. It keeps you uncertain, questioning, and vulnerable, which makes it easier for them to manipulate the situation in their favor. What makes these individuals especially manipulative is how well they understand human emotion. They know how to play the role of the victim when it benefits them, drawing sympathy and guilt from those around them. They know how to disguise insults as humor, slipping hurtful remarks under the cover of jokes, gradually chipping away at your confidence while still appearing friendly. They even know how to create dependence, offering so much help that you begin to rely on them for things you should be handling on your own. But what they're really doing is tightening their grip, making sure you feel like you cannot do without them. One of the most telling signs is the way they handle your boundaries. A genuinely kind person respects the space and limits of others, but those with hidden motives test those boundaries again and again. They may pressure you to share personal secrets, only to use them later as leverage. They may try to distance you from your loved ones, creating subtle rifts between you and those who truly care for you. Because the more isolated you become, the easier it is for them to shape your perspective. This gradual separation is one of the clearest warnings that their intentions are far from pure. That is why it is so important to remain aware. Not all kindness is sincere, and not all smiles are harmless. Some people cultivate charm as a strategy, and while it may look convincing, it is nothing more than a carefully built facade. Protecting yourself starts with trusting your intuition. If something feels off, if the kindness feels rehearsed or conditional, pay attention to that feeling. True kindness never demands control, it never takes pleasure in your pain, and it never requires you to shrink so that someone else can stand taller. At the end of the day, the people who genuinely care for you will not need to manipulate you to keep you close. They will support you without hidden motives. They will celebrate your successes without trying to overshadow you. And they will respect your boundaries because they value you as you are. Those are the qualities of authentic kindness. And once you learn to tell the difference between genuine care and carefully crafted manipulation, you not only protect yourself, you also give yourself the freedom to build relationships that are real, meaningful, and truly supportive. If you found this video helpful, give it a thumbs up and share it with your friends so we can keep making them. For more videos like this, hit the subscribe button and don't forget to click on the notification bell. Also, be sure to check out our other videos as well. Thanks for watching.